In Nigeria, a battle is raging against two formidable foes: air pollution and deforestation. The culprits? Cooking activities dependent on firewood and charcoal. Laura James, a business owner based in Lafia, Nasarawa State, Nigeria, recalls her experience using a charcoal stove and how she would battle billowing smoke, coughing with watery eyes while cooking.
What triggered me to use the stove is because it's smokeless and it's very fast in cooking. And it's smokeless and it reduces the quantity of the charcoal you are going to use. You find out that the charcoal you are going to use in normal abacha, that is normal cooking abacha, that is soap charcoal abacha. You find that when you use the cooking stove, the charcoal you use is lesser than the normal abacha we normally use.
In sub-Saharan Africa alone, some 950 million people, about 81% of the population, are said to rely on wood and charcoal for cooking, a number which is estimated to grow to 1.67 billion by 2050. And a study conducted in 2020 showed that cooking over open fire contributes to an estimated 3.2 million deaths annually. Sadly, the production of charcoal also requires cutting down trees, contributing to Nigeria's ranking as the country with the highest rate of deforestation across the world. These were some of the data that inspired Peter Bassi, a recycling advocate and environmentalist, to experiment with alternatives to regular charcoal use. Through his company PIB Global Initiative, he would eventually roll out two products: a smokeless charcoal stove and briquettes.
I am Peter Bassi, the founder and CEO of PIB Global Services Limited. To solve climate change issues, to mitigate and adapt to climate change, we created briquette charcoal from waste, particularly from water hyacinth and invasive aquatic weed. We remove it from the water bodies to clean up the water bodies, and since we cannot just remove them from the water bodies and throw them away, and we have energy needs, we have needs for clean cook charcoal stove and clean cook briquette charcoal that is also smokeless, to be able to discourage deforestation and to give green alternatives to people using charcoal to cook. Since people still need to have the needs to use charcoal, we should be able to produce charcoal from a sustainable means, from a renewable means, instead of cutting down trees. When we remove the water hyacinth, we produce biochar, kind of a briquette powder charcoal. We compress it into a solid form, and that is briquette charcoal that serves as charcoal, sustainable charcoal for energy needs like cooking, grilling, using it in for people doing bakery and stuff like that.
The briquettes are made from invasive aquatic weeds called water hyacinth and 100% smokeless, whereas the cook stove are built with eco-friendly and biodegradable materials. It also retains heat, reducing charcoal use by 65%. Bassi explains that the process involved in creating these products are 100% eco-friendly.
From the fresh water hyacinth we remove from the water, we dry, and we have this dry version of the water hyacinth. From here, we can decide to produce charcoal that we can use to cook, which we first of all have the powder form. When we carbonize this, we have the powder form of the charcoal. From the powder form of the charcoal, we compress it to have this briquette charcoal that you can use to cook.
Laura James learned about the briquettes and the smokeless cook stove at a youth empowerment training in her state, and says her cooking experience has been transformed.
The benefit there is that I don't use plenty charcoal to cook, because you find out that 100 naira charcoal can, once you use BIB stove to cook, you can use 100 naira charcoal and cook. It will not smoke, and you find out that the charcoal will still remain. But normal charcoal, as you know, once you use the charcoal. 100 naira charcoal cannot do you to cook your food and even remain. You find out that before you use charcoal and cook, you find out that you spend close to 400. For using the stove, you find out that 100 naira charcoal will be enough for you to cook. And to our own physical health, you know, smoke alone, it also affects us humanly. Smoke affects human health. So, but once you use the stove now, you find out that there is no smoke and there is no too much stress. You can even use it in your room and cook. You find out that there is no dust.
Meanwhile, another customer simply identified as Mrs. Julie and based in the Badore area of Lagos State, Nigeria, sounded quite enthusiastic about the product and expressed her eagerness to share her thoughts. However, she had only recently received the stove and insisted on a thorough testing period before offering a verdict. It was a reminder that innovative solutions require time to prove their worth. While Basis PIB Global dreams of distributing the cook stove and briquettes to thousands of users across communities in Nigeria, accessibility and affordability of this product remain a problem. PIB Global has, however, explored the option of partnering with non-profits and individuals to solve this challenge. In 2023, they partnered with Vifadad Medical Mission to distribute the product to women in Ifyayong Usuk community, Akwa Ibom State. Founder of Vifadad Medical Mission, Mark F. Young, who is also a health expert, describes the cook stoves and briquettes as a preventive approach towards battling health concerns like lung cancer for the women. He says he intends to continue the partnership with PIB Global this year.
I decided to partner with PIB Global Services, and then to procure, I think, was it 15th or so of their stuff, you know, to distribute to the women. We now have a segment that we now demonstrate. Our health expert came in, you know, to give a talk on the benefit of the health benefit, you know, of using the stove, and then we distributed it to them. So the fact there is that it has a beneficial effect on a beneficial effect, and not only being that is economically, you know, wise, the health benefit is very huge as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's what we are trying to promote. I find that the people are exposed to hazard, because they will be inhaling the smoke, you know, from the firewood. So over time, they are prone to health hazard, you know, with their lungs. Sometimes it might lead to lung cancer and all those things. So, and in order to prevent that from happening, we now have to promote the smokeless stove as an alternative. So, and I think it from the feedback that I have, because we did a follow up from the beneficiaries. So, and the feedback was very encouraging.
Underpinning the challenge of accessibility and affordability for its target audience is the organization's overhead costs. Because of limited financial resources and machinery, PIB Global is forced to produce only a handful of products per time, costing them more. Peter Bassi says the organization is now exploring a pay small model to tackle this challenge. Zainab Sani for The Weekend Show, AIT.